Are you covering the middle and then on the next shot you get beat down the line? Hey everybody, my name is CJ Johnson and I have been teaching pickleball since way before pickleball was cool. And today I'm joined by Bridget, Sarah, and Lori, and we're gonna show you how to stop getting beat down the line. What you may have noticed is in that very opening sequence, Sarah came to the middle. And then after the shot in the middle, I defended the shot that was in the middle. Two things happened. I returned it to my left to Sarah's right. That shot opened up the alley. So that's the very first thing that happened on the shot. So here's what happened. This ball was coming to Sarah's forehand. She attacks that middle, and I hit a ball that is towards the target that is to Sarah's right. That's what ends up setting up the shot. So let's just go through the first part of the shot so you can see what happened there. So I'm gonna feed Sarah. So you'll notice what happened is Lori got that shot, and when Lori hit that shot landed somewhere around the target that's to Sarah's right. That opened up, so that's the very first thing that created the opening for Sarah to go down the line, is where that shot landed. So in order for us as a team to not get beat down the line, what I will now need to do is I will need to move 2 steps to this direction to protect the line. If Lori doesn't move, that leaves the center fairly open. And we sure don't want to get beat down the middle. There's no consequence for my opponents in the center, right? At least if they're going down the sidelines, they're taking the risk that the ball is potentially going to go out of bounds and off the sidelines. So Lori will take 1 step towards me. She's now covering the middle, and she's going to line up. She's going to turn her body a little bit in the direction of the shot. A way to think about it is to angle your body at the corner of the court. Now, that does leave an opening to Lori's right. If Lori sticks her paddle out to the right, go ahead, Lori, just put your paddle out to the right, you can still see there's an opening. So one of the first things that I want you to take away from this is when you hit at an angle, you begin to create angles, and you need to know how to cover those angles to be successful. So let's show it again where we've got the movement pattern. I'm gonna feed Sarah. So that's what needs to happen is the minute that ball goes to the angle, I'm moving over to cover the line. Lori comes over here to cover the center of the court. Are you planning to attend a pickleball camp this year? If you are, grab our free guide, The 3 Biggest Mistakes Pickleball Players Make When Choosing a Pickleball Camp, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Now, another way to think about angles is you need to angle yourself to the ball. So here, one of the things that I think of is when the ball comes over to Sarah, and when it comes over to the ring that's on the right-hand side, I want to come up, I see the ball, and I'm matching my body to Sarah and the ball. You can think of it like a goalie. If Sarah is directly in front of me, I'm lining up to where she is with the ball. So that's what I'm doing because the ball is on my side of the court. Now, what the off player is doing is she needs to, again, think about being a goalie. Lori needs to angle towards Sarah. So instead of standing parallel to the non-volley zone line, she's going to angle towards Sarah, and I say Sarah because Sarah has the ball, right? So she's looking to where the ball is. Now the same thing is going to happen when they come into the court. So Sarah and Bridget, come on into the court. Come in about as far as a little bit more. There we go. So if the ball is in front of me, you can see I am still angled to Sarah and the ball. I don't want to be on this side of Sarah. Again, that opens up the line. And I don't have to be this far over from Sarah because now that opens the middle. So I'm angled to Sarah and the ball. But what you're also going to notice here is Bridget has assumed a very similar line to Lori. Since the ball is on this side of the court, she's no longer facing parallel to the non-volley zone. She is angling towards this side of the court. Again, think about it like a goalie or having a V out in front of your body. You want to keep that V aimed at the ball. That's going to give you a greater chance of getting a paddle on the ball. So as you can see, everybody worked their way up, and we were continually angling our bodies and moving towards the ball, keeping in mind that if you had a V, think about a V, aim the V in the direction of the ball. If the ball is in front of me where Sarah is, it's aimed at Sarah. If the ball is over towards Bridget, it's aimed at Bridget. So now that you know, if you create an angle, you have to cover an angle and how to turn your body to do that. Let's go to the simplest fix there is. Don't create the angle in the first place. And one of the easiest ways to do that is by using the target that we have in the center of the court. So you noticed before that if we hit a shot towards Sarah's forehand, so Sarah, go ahead and just stick your forehand out with it on the right target. I had to come over here and it has created a bit of a triangle. Now, if we use the target in the center, and either Sarah or Bridget, if Sarah comes with her backhand or Bridget come towards the center target with her forehand, they don't have a lot of angles. Bridget's got a little bit of an angle here. Sarah has a little bit of an angle on the other side of Lori. But look at this. Lori and I, stick your paddle out with your paddle hand, there we go, with her paddle hand, Lori and I have the middle fairly covered. And without even taking a step, we have the majority of angles covered. So by simply hitting that shot to the center, we start to eliminate some of those angles we have to cover because we don't create them in the first place. If you're tired of getting beat down the line, take a look at the angles that you may be creating. If you want more tips like these, come on back every Saturday because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.